Hello, welcome to my camp build. I based this on Star Wars scene and the AT-ST Walker from Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, primarily, originally in, of course, Empire Strikes Back. I obviously didn't have access to any Ewoks, so I improvised in the best way I could with Fallout and had sheepwoks instead. But yeah, this is the camp build. I tried to put everything in there that was practical as well as everything that would be relevant to the scene. There's a Chewbacca there, obviously the bear. You've got the bus for Han Solo and Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker. And you've got Medicine Man there with the Ewok. I don't quite know what the cat was in there, or just a bit of flavour, I guess. And the frog as well. Yeah, all practical stations, and then you've got R2-D2 and C-3PO, obviously with R2-D2 standing next to C-3PO while they recount the story to the Ewoks, or the sheepwoks, in the very famous scene. Of course, next we've got, coming up in, well, we've also got a band so you can play there, but yeah, next we've got the AT-ST Walker to look at. I tried to make it as close to the Ewok's hut as I could. Obviously I had to practically put things in for the Fallout universe camp, but I think I achieved some good results, especially the Scout Walker, and then he said the AT-ST Walker with the guns in the correct position. I've got 2 laser guns and a ballistics gun at the front. And then inside I've tried to make it as much like a command console as possible by putting a jukebox in as well. And yeah, we've got the Imperial Bunny in there. This camp took about half a day to build. I had the idea in my head, so I think that's probably why it went forward quite quickly, sort of 3 or 4 hours at most. Normally I live stream when I build camps, and most camps, or the complex ones, I have a rough idea, basic idea in my head of what I'm going to do, and then I create the camp. With this one, I think it was fairly straightforward. The only reason I ended up making the Ewok camp was because I wanted easier access into the Scout Walker, as the legs didn't provide the access that I wanted. Yeah, sorry about the camera control there. These dockings can be a bit bumpy. You know how it is. I wanted to show the environment of the scene. It's actually up in the north west corner of the map, near to the farm where I can't remember the farm off the top of my head, but this is the farm that triggers the sheepscotch event, one of the 3 locations anyway. But it is in the one top left hand corner of the map, and it's a little pond and everything, and it provides everything you need, so it was an obvious place to build it. I did have visions in my head of actually building it in a forest with the Scout Walker in the forest, so it looked very much like it was on Endor, but this just sort of ended up being the correct way, and I think it's kind of nice because you can see it against the skyline, and it paints, you know, it's clear when you walk up to the camp what it's supposed to be, hopefully, anyway. But if you haven't seen Star Wars, it would just look like a strange structure to you, but yeah. I tried to get it as close as to the authentic thing as I could, but you'll have to let me know in the comments whether you think I've done a good job or not. And now I'm just going to close with a few pictures of scenes that I quite like, and from the camp. And I will also be streaming. I stream daily pretty much, and I'll be streaming my next camp build the very night that this goes live as well. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're new here, hit subscribe, like and share with other people. I'll see you all in the next camp build. My name's been McQueen. Bye bye.